just very uncertain for me right now. I might end up spending the rest of my life in Canada, and who knows if I'll ever even have the right to re-enter the United States at this point.
Landry, who lives in Peterborough, New Hampshire, was with 3 of his children when he was stopped at the border. The children will make their way home in the days ahead. Landry says he goes to Canada at least once a year and has never had a problem until now.
Why do you think this time it's a problem?
Because of the new administration and their new policies.
As a Canadian citizen, he couldn't vote for president, but he did support Donald Trump.
I was definitely, all for Make America Great Again and having a strong, unified country and a bright future for my 5 American children. But now I feel a little differently.
So that was Chris Landry. You guys remember that guy? He was a Canadian here on a legal green card. Big Trump supporter, said he was all for making America great again for his 5 kids and yada, yada, yada. Couldn't vote, but supported Donald Trump 100%. He would frequently make trips back from New Hampshire to Canada. All the time with his family, he'd go there, come back, whatever. The last time he went there, on his way back, he was stopped at the border. He was stopped at the border, and they started questioning him about some of his old drug charges from like 20 years ago. He had 2 possession of marijuana charges. He also had a driving on a suspended license charge as well. So they start questioning him about that. And they tell him, to us, you're a criminal. So you got to stay in Canada. You can't come back. Your kids, they're American citizens. They can come back, but you got to stay in Canada. He's like, what? Yeah, you got to stay. And not only do you have to stay, if you try to come back and we catch you, you're going to be detained. You're not going to be sent back to Canada. You're going to be detained. So he's in Canada right now, right? Hasn't come back yet. It's been about a month. This guy recently saw a judge. He saw a judge in New Hampshire, or he had a lawyer see a judge in New Hampshire. That judge in New Hampshire vacated his marijuana charges from 20 years ago. They claim that because he represented himself, he wasn't told, all the consequences of pleading guilty to those charges. So they said because of that, they're going to vacate those charges. So this guy has these charges now vacated off his record. He does that in hopes of the country saying, okay, you're no longer a criminal. You can now come back into this country. Here's my goddamn problem with this. These type of rights are only being afforded to white guys like Chris Landry, because we have thousands upon thousands of Hispanic people who have been sent back, who have been detained, who are not being afforded those same rights. And this just speaks to the point that we've made many times. This has always been about hurting black and brown people. We knew from the start that if there were ever any Canadians that got caught up into this, there was a good chance they would end up back in this country. Now, right now, there hasn't been any decision made on that. And I'm hoping his ass gets to stay the hell in freaking Canada. Because here's another thing that he said. And you heard it. He said, I was all for Make America Great Again for my 5 kids. I was all for it. He even fist bumped, Then he said, but now, I kind of don't know. Bullshit. As soon as that guy is granted the ability to be back in this country, he's going to go through every process that he can to become a citizen. And guess who's going to be voting for? People like Donald Trump, who also want to continue these same policies that will hurt black and brown people. Like, this guy had a moment of clarity because it's affecting him. That is the only reason he's saying, now I'm thinking differently. He didn't give a damn when he was watching brown people get ripped from their houses. He didn't give a damn when they were making the case that Haitian people were eating people's cats and dogs so they could use that as a reason to strip away their temporary protective status and send them back as well. He didn't give a damn about that. He cares because he's affected by it. And I don't give a damn about him. And I hope everything that he's trying to do just costs him a bunch of money, and he ends up having to stay his ass in Canada, because he does not deserve to be able to come back to America when he supported the things that he's getting dealt to him now. He's getting exactly what he supported. If his wife is an American citizen, she's getting exactly what they voted for. Exactly what she supported and voted for is what's happening to him, and I hope it continues to happen. This is bullshit that this guy has an opportunity to be able to come back into America and then end up supporting the same shit he fought against just to help himself. It is a classic example of freaking kicking the ladder over once you get your way to the top. I hate these people for that shit, and I hope he doesn't get back in this country. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.